Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are here today to talk all things Virgin Voyages and to discuss why perhaps they're the most Marmite cruise line on the planet. For those of you that haven't heard of Marmite, it's some minging spread that people put on their toast.
No, I really like it, which is kind of the point.
Exactly, that is the point. Some people really love Virgin Voyages and some people just don't seem to like them, and some just won't even try them out. So stick around and we'll tell you all the reasons why we love Virgin Voyages. So, we're coming to you today on a nice sturdy camera stand. So the awesome guys at KraftGeek have gifted us a mag stand, which is so cool. If you've got one of the iPhones that have got the magnet thing that you can connect devices with, well, the mag stand is perfect because it just clips on. No more faffing about with those things that you have to try and angle your phone into. It's really cool and it's nice and sturdy. So if you'd like more information on that, we'll put that in the description below, and also keep an eye out for the short, which will be releasing very soon.
Virgin Voyages is an adults-only cruise line which caters to people above 18. That is something that we personally really like about Virgin Voyages, just because it's generally a bit of a quieter ship, which might be contrary to what people expect Virgin Voyages to be. It's not always loud and vivacious in a party atmosphere. You can have a really relaxed time as well. And as much as we do love kids, we have nieces and nephews that are a lot of fun. They're really loud. So when we just want to chill out, it's really a good line to get that kind of chill time.
Absolutely, and there's loads of venues where you can just go and party, go all out, or just really chill out. I think people really do have this kind of opinion, or what's the word?
Belief or
Belief, thank you. That it is just party, 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 mixing with a load of pineapples, but it really isn't. It's a really chilled out ship if you want it to be. So another thing we really like about Virgin Voyages are their ships. Now they've got 4 ships at the moment and they are all identical. In ways, this isn't great because we love going on a new ship and just exploring and seeing what it's got to offer. That said, they have developed a ship, in our opinion, that is really, really good. It's got loads of restaurants, which are all included. It's got loads of bars. It's got ample space just to chill out and grab some sun. For us, it's the perfect adult ship. Although, if we could, we would probably change a couple of things, but that's another story. Overall, it's a really good ship and a really good layout as well.
It is, because I've created lots of individual venues on board, which is something that some people complain about or don't like the look of, because they think it's going to make it feel really cluttered and small. I think it does the opposite. What it tends to do in our experience now is it spreads people over the whole ship. So rather than everyone packing into the Emerald Bar on P&O, for instance, and that becoming very, very busy and hard to get served at the bar, what you tend to have is a big coverage of different venues and everyone kind of spread in amongst them. So actually, in our experience, it speeds things up quite a lot.
Absolutely, and on our most recent voyage with Virgin, which loads of vlogs to come by the way, so definitely stay tuned, it was, I'd say, pretty much full capacity. Yeah. It must have been very close anyway, and because the ship is so well spread out, it handles it really well. Service-wise, everything still kept going, so that is one of the things we love about Virgin Voyages. They're beautiful ships.
Another reason we continue to book with Virgin time and time again is their food quality. I think the reputation's out now that Virgin Voyages, other than being bright red, have incredible food. They're pretty much the 2 things that you think about. And then Scarlet Night, of course. We'll come on to that later.
It's a foodie's paradise, that's for sure.
It really is. So even in the kind of galley, which is their equivalent of the buffet, they're just fast food restaurants like you would get in a shopping mall, but better, good quality food. They also have all the different restaurants throughout the ship, ranging from the really fun and vibrant Gunbay, or Gunbay, not quite sure. Yeah. It's because they play a drinking game, so even though you say it over and over again, I still can't remember how to say it because it's a drinking game. So a good one, evidently. They then go through all the way to your classic steak restaurant, The Wake, and there's lots of places in between, razzle dazzle for your more veggie options, or the naughty menu for carnivals. But there's a huge amount on offer, and such good quality, which keeps us coming back time and time again.
Absolutely. Now, although we've always had a really good experience with the food on Virgin, one of our followers on Instagram actually got in touch with us recently to tell us that they had pretty much the opposite experience, didn't they?
They did. It's a real shame. And their experience was actually so negative. They had a back-to-back booking and they didn't sail on the second part. Yeah. They left the ship after the 4 days, which is the cruise that we did. So really shocking to hear, really.
Absolutely, and to be fair, I mean, maybe we've just got really lucky. So tell us, have you sailed with Virgin Voyages before? What was your experience of the food and just in general? Let us know in the comments. We'd really like to hear. So one thing we actually tried this time was a bit of wellness and fitness. We do always like to take advantage of the wellness side of things, as in like the spa, the Redemption Spa on Virgin Voyages.
So
is beautiful. Is it the best spa at sea? I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
I would say I prefer the ones on P&O cruises, Arvia and Iona. But overall, it is a beautiful experience, and if you haven't tried it, I would say definitely give it a go. And it does actually come as part of the Splash of Romance package, which is definitely worth it as well. But we'll cover that in another video coming up soon as well. Now, one thing we don't normally do on cruise ships, which we probably should for the amount of calories that we intake, is try out the fitness activities. Now, we didn't go to the gym because it was quite a short cruise, it was a 4-nighter, but we did have a walk around and we'll show you around. But we did try one of the fitness classes. We tried the HIIT class, and crikey, we thought, well, we're on a cruise, so they'll go easy on us, it'll be fine. And luckily, it was only a 30-minute one. It was exhausting, wasn't it?
It really was. I was really surprised. So a great class, but really difficult. And I wouldn't say it's a beginner's class. I'd say it's a bit more on the intermediate side.
Yeah, but either way, I'd still say give it a go, because don't get us wrong, they're not going to be standing there with a whip going, try harder, come on, try harder. They'll encourage you to do more, of course, but they're not going to, you know, make a fool of you or anything like that. So just go on there, give it your best, and just have some fun. And one of the other things I absolutely love about Virgin Voyages is the amount of things that you can do outside for fitness as well. So you've got all your kind of push-up things, you can do tricep dips, that kind of thing.
As well.
Yeah, boxing. So there's lots of different things you can do. And of course, they've got the legendary jogging track where you can see the beautiful Virgin logo and get your Instagram snap.
So it wouldn't be a cruise if there wasn't any entertainment on board, and we really, really do like the way Virgin do their entertainment. I think this is potentially one of the more polarising aspects of Virgin Voyages, because they don't have a traditional cruise director. They have their happenings cast, who's led by the hostess. What this tends to mean is that actually things do happen very similarly to any other cruise. You still have your quizzes, you still have lots of like magician acts and different pop-up bits of entertainment throughout the ship, as you would normally expect. It's just delivered by someone in a really trendy red outfit who can give you little badges. But what we really love about Virgin in that sense is you kind of get to know the people a lot more, rather than kind of just crew, not in a derogatory sense, but just crew members that you might not really see that often or recognise because they mix up. The happenings cast are relatively consistent, at least for your whole sailing, they'll be the same people, and they really kind of introduce you to them during the sail away. So you get to know these people and these faces, and just have a bit more entertainment and talking around the ship.
Absolutely, and you know what? A really good way to get to know the entertainment's cast, is that what they're called?
Happenings.
The happenings cast, sorry, is to go on the grog walk. It is chargeable, I think it's $50 per person, but essentially, normally they run it on the first night, and you get a free cocktail for every venue you go to. It's normally 4, and it's just a really good way of getting to know new people as well as the happenings cast. Another thing I really like about the entertainment on Virgin Voyages is that it's different, in that, you know, if you go on Royal Caribbean, for example, you get your Broadway shows, which are beautiful, don't get me wrong, but Virgin Voyages, they seem to do entertainment differently, and none of the shows that we've seen on Virgin Voyages are similar to any of the other cruise lines. They're all a little bit wacky and zany. Now, they're not as adult as when they first started.
Yeah.
They've definitely pulled the red of Virgin back a little bit. It's not as fiery as it used to be. It seems to focus more on dance, acrobatics, singing, and above all, comedy, which we really appreciate. Like, we don't mind a little bit of smut, do we?
No.
It's fine, but some people can find it offensive, and I think they've really taken note of that in the feedback, and they have pulled it back a little bit. So if you've tried Virgin Voyages before and that put you off, it's good to know that they have started making changes, and they've just made it a little bit more general, but still keeping to that Virgin Voyages way and being unique.
Something that they do really well with their entertainment as well is they make you kind of participate in it. Not in the sense of you necessarily being on stage, but they use the red room. So again, rather than just a one stage theatre that you'd have on a traditional ship, there are multiple stages or platforms that happen. So everything's happening around you. So it is really immersive. Also shows like Misbehave. We see it every time we go on board now because we love it. It's the same show as it was, but it's delivered so well, it doesn't matter, and it's still so much fun and very uplifting.
It's different every time because it's there's a lot of audience participation as well. So again, it makes it so unique to Virgin Voyages. So absolutely, it's definitely worth giving a go just for the entertainment alone, I'd say.
Exactly. And speaking of entertainment, Scarlet Night.
Yes!
We love it. We always have our last two sailings, now that we know how to do Scarlet Night,
Absolutely.
we have had the best time, and actually they just keep getting better for us.
Absolutely, they're so much fun. As long as you know where to start off, like normally the night starts off in the roundabout part of the ship, and they start with a wedding, and it all goes from there. So as long as you kind of follow the group from that point and go to see the secrets show, the hostess's secrets, follow it from there, and then end up at the pool party at the end, and you can't really go wrong, can you?
No.
It's such a blast. And also the sail away party. Now, other cruise lines do sail away parties, of course, but from our experience, Virgin Voyages always does the best one.
Yeah.
It's so lively. They give away free Prosecco. What's not to like about that?
Exactly.
And as Ben said, you get to meet the happenings cast there and then. And it's just a really good way of doing it. And it gets everyone going. It keeps people engaged. And it just makes it exciting, as a sail away should be. No kind of sitting in a bar and just going, oh, we're off, woo, and hearing the horn go. It is really fun, and you're not made to kind of participate or anything like that. If you just want to sit back and relax and enjoy Prosecco quietly, you can.
Yeah.
But if you want to get involved, get into the pool and have a bit of a boogie, you can also do that. One of the other things we really like about Virgin Voyages are the ship cabins. We really like them because they're really modern, they're pretty spacious, and above all, we love the balconies because they come with the hammock. It's one of the things that make Virgin Voyages Virgin Voyages.
Yeah.
We love them. Aside from that, of course, the actual room is great. We love the lighting in there, the telly's great, and it's got so much free entertainment. It's really good. The bathroom is really nicely appointed, and I love the shower. And also, you don't need to take shower gel or shampoo or anything like that unless you have like a specific type. I love the Virgin Voyages shower gel. It smells so good. The little things, right? And the bed is really comfy too. The only thing I'd say is if you like a firm pillow, I've got a really firm, we've got really firm pillows, and the ones on Virgin Voyages, they're the ones that are really soft and they kind of just go into themselves, and if you add two, it's too high. So if you like a firm pillow, I'd say just take your own pillow if you can, but aside from that, the cabins are gorgeous, aren't they?
They really are. We do like them. I would say look into your cabin floor plan and maybe go on Google to see any pictures of it, because some of them, they do have a slightly different layout where the bed almost touches the wall and you sort of have to walk around it.
Yeah.
So just do a little bit of research if you're not sure, just to make sure you get the ones that feel more spacious is my best tip for that one.
Absolutely. Have you ever stayed in any of the inside cabins or maybe ocean view cabins or even the suites on Virgin Voyages? If you have, let us know in the comments what you thought, because we've never done that before, so maybe one day, but it'd be good to know what you think too.
One of the other things we really like about Virgin is just their branding and the way they talk to you. So everything in the communications is like, oh, we're sailor, and it just makes you feel more than just a guest or customer of the line. Like, they kind of make you feel like you are involved in their whole experience that they offer.
Yeah, it's like being part of the family, as it were.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
welcoming.
Yeah, and I think that is just the best thing that I've found about Virgin Voyages is the welcoming nature of the line and the brand and the experience they deliver. It's probably the most comfortable, not probably, it's definitely the most comfortable I've ever felt on any line. My initial reservation or worry about Virgin Voyages is that I feel kind of awkward or out of place because I'm not the most extrovert character and I might be a bit overwhelmed by everything that's going on, but actually I found it to be the complete opposite, and I just feel so comfortable on there. They really cater to everyone, and as we've said a couple of times, if you want to be really involved and party all night, Virgin is amazing for that. But also if you want to do the exact opposite and just chill out and read a book, or not even that, if you just want to chill out and just get some quiet time, they absolutely deliver there as well, and they just make everyone kind of feel like their best, I would say, in my experience.
Absolutely, it's really laid back and you can't really go wrong. I mean, in terms of like what you wear, it's so flexible. Everyone on Virgin Voyages is accepted for who they are, and I think that's definitely one of the things I love most about it. There's no snobbery at all.
No. So you were in Pinco Agave, so one of the Mexican restaurant on board. It's a really lovely, like quite dark, quite intimate kind of restaurant in that sense.
Kind of moody.
Yeah, in
like
a nice way. And you were there in a red vest and red shorts next to someone wearing a really lovely dress. And then a few tables over, there was a Power Ranger and someone in a sombrero, and then other people just in shirts and jeans. And it's just such a mix. And as you say, there's no kind of looking at each other and like, oh my God, I can't believe you're wearing that. It's like, oh, this is amazing that you can just be who you are. And there's no judgment, at least none that we felt.
I think, thinking about it, I think that's where Virgin Voyages perhaps go wrong with their marketing. So if you've seen their flashy adverts on social media and all that, I think it kind of gives the impression that they're looking for passengers that are celebrities and people that like dress like to the nines all the time with perfect bodies and all that. And when you actually get onto the cruise ship, it's just full of normal people that just want to go about and have a good holiday. And that's what it's all about. So if you've seen that marketing and think, oh yeah, it looks a little bit flashy, maybe it's not for me, don't let it put you off, because it's so down to earth. And honestly, whatever you wear, however you want to be, you won't be judged. Just have a good time and enjoy. Well, coming up, we've got so much. We did go on a 4-night cruise over to Amsterdam very recently, so we've got a vlog series coming up very shortly. We're going to be covering lots of things, such as how to party on Virgin Voyages, also how to chill out on Virgin Voyages. Of course, we're going to be covering all of the food and so much more.
Yes, so we've spoken with some of our followers who've gotten in touch and had some specific questions about Virgin. So what we've tried to do is base our content around that, around the questions that we've received, rather than just, this is what we did today. So we're changing up the format based on what you've asked us to show. So we really hope you enjoy it.
Absolutely. And if you think there's anything you'd like us to include in our future content, please do let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. I know we go on about it, every vlogger does, but the reason we do, essentially, every time you like a video, it tells YouTube that you like what we're doing, so they'll push it to more people, and of course, the more people that see the video, the more chance we actually get to put out more content. So please help us out and give it a cheeky like, we'd massively appreciate it. So have a great day, and if you've got any questions, as always, hit us up in the comments. Otherwise, take care, and we'll see you very shortly.
Bye.